Welcome back everybody, Kai Swans here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Bristol Rovers. And since last time, well, it's been a long time and I've got a lot to tell you. It started off quite badly. We lost away to Aston Villa and Brentford 1-0 and 2-1. Not very surprising. McQueen got another red card, funny enough. We were very low on players at this point. Then we beat Sheffield Wednesday away 1-0. Another away win. We'd got a few at this point, so I was quite pleased with that one actually. Luka Belic. Then we got smashed 4-1 by Man U in the cup, as was expected. I wasn't really expecting anything from that game. Our goal was a bit better than we deserved, to be honest. Then we beat Swindon 3-1, quite a comfortable game. They scored late, but it was rather irrelevant at that point. Wigan, we beat Wigan 2-1. A very late goal. I got a bit worried towards the end, but we scored a late goal because it's difficult to remember these games. A 4-2 against Fulham. This was just a demolition. They were not in the game, in my opinion. It was one-sided. Ollie McBurney, what a player he's been for me. Luka Belic kind of lost his place in the team after that game, and we played Burnley 2-2. It was a really good result. It was another one. They went 2-0 up. And I just thought, oh god, here we go again. Burnley won the best team in the Championship at the moment. Were just walking over us, and then we did an amazing comeback to win this game. Absolutely incredible. Not win, draw, but it felt like a win at the time. Then we just got beaten by Huddersfield. They just outplayed us completely. We were not in that game at all. But we did come up and beat Peterborough, and that started off a really good run. 4 wins, 2 of them away. So we beat Peterborough away. Then we beat Wolves in a very easy game. It was a walk in the park. Should have been way more. And then I thought, oh, our goal difference is getting good. We beat Reading 4-0. That was a walk in the park too. Absolutely incredible. And then 2-0 against Birmingham. And then this game happened. Utter disaster. I can't explain how bad this game was. Broadford, within 7 minutes, gave away a penalty. And then a terrible first half meant I immediately took Broadford and Leadbitter off. I don't even know if it reached half time. No, it did. Yeah, it did. Just in the second half, that's it. And then I put Peter Hartley on. Peter Hartley scores an own goal within minutes. Okay, it went down as a Lewis Baker goal, but he headed it in his own net. I don't know why the game decided it was not an own goal. I guess because it was on target before he headed it in, but yeah. It was, and then Peter Hartley went on to get a red card. Absolutely terrible performance. Yep, there's not much I can say. Jokelainen actually did pretty decent in this game. He kept winning the ball in midfield. He's the only person who tackled. But yep, that was a terrible performance. I feel like there's one of the other games was something I wanted. No. Okay, I felt like maybe this one. No. Never mind, I can't remember. It's been some time. There's also been some transfers actually. I'll quickly go through that transfer history. What are we? January. So we signed Hostika. I regret this one now. He's not good enough. He's not going to be good enough. I got conned by the stats. Next up, we signed Otto Fredriksson so that we could sell with Will Puddy. Will Puddy wanted to go. Otto Fredriksson on a free. Same wages. Bit better. A lot better actually. I actually trust him to play games, which is useful. Edmondson Fernandez came in on loan. This guy's really good. I'm going to show you him. A midfielder, can do the playmaking, first touch, technique, vision, flair, determination. He's really good, and he's got decent physicals as well. Very pleased with this player on loan from West Ham for free. And finally, Luke Bowden. I kind of regret this, but my point when I signed him was all the stats were sort of in a range, and I couldn't really scout him because he was in America at the time at Orlando, and so yeah, I went for him. He was dirt cheap, very low wages. Hopefully I could get rid of my other left back, and it turned out he wasn't anywhere near as good as he could have been. His range was of all of them were like 11 to 15s, and they all ended up being the lowest one on the range. Like that was 10 to 12 and stuff like that. That was 7 to 11, and so on. And I got mugged off there because I couldn't scout him, and he just ended up not being as good as he could have been. So that was a bit annoying, but oh well, he was very cheap, 15k, cheaper wages than that other left back, and slightly better than he had Lee Brown. You can see he's this slightly better. Luke Bowden slightly better than him if we go to attributes. Yeah, mentally, physically, overall, lacks a bit in some of the defensive stats, but I think Luke Bowden's just a slightly better player. And that's it for transfers. Oh no, we had a whole load of outs, so I think I'll go through them quickly. Getting rid of some deadwood essentially. We'll go here, Volante 12k, nearly 15k, Gaffney for free but I'm not paying his wages, Will Pudley for 10k and 2 loans, and their wages are being paid by the loanee club, so that's very useful. Get the money down, and as you can see, if I go here, we've got plenty of money in the bank, which is really useful. And one thing actually that is quite annoying as well, that 5-1 loss, if we'd have won that game, we'd be in second place, because Swansea actually drew the same day there. Nottingham Forest v Swansea 1-1, and look, we're just 2 points behind. If we'd have won that, and that goal difference wouldn't be so appalling again. We'd worked so hard to build our goal difference up, but it's looking so good. 8 points in, we can do this, and plus Middlesbrough aren't anywhere near. And Aston Villa, those are the 2 teams I'm really worried about playing. I can beat the rest. If we look here, okay, Brentford, okay, they're all away though. Look at that away. Just don't play away. But yeah, it's just incredible. The problem is, if we get promoted this season, it's going to be bloody hard in the Prem. On to the team I'll be using today, and it's very familiar to you guys. Maybe Jordan Williams and centre-backs, the only real change on. Edmerson, Fernandez. Apart from that, it's the same as it always is. Jokalainen, oh, I recalled Jokalainen just because Matty Taylor got a 3-month injury, which he's still recovering from. Partly still suspended. But yeah, that's why Jokalainen's back. This is the team for today's game, playing the 4-3-2-1. And we even get it in against bitter rivals Bristol City, who we actually drew with earlier in the season, so hopefully we can get a bit of revenge. We're at home now, and we can really get a win and push for those if we get promotion. Wow. Wow. Here's our opposition, playing a 4-4-1-1. This is actually the tactic Reading had against us. Not Reading, QPR had against us when they beat us, so I'm a bit worried. Lee Tomlin again, that's the guy who scored. I think he scored both the goals against us last time. Very similar team. Gary O'Neill, Ulster, at right midfield there. Gary O'Neill, how old is he now? Oh, only 34. I thought he was way older. I thought he's like 37 or something. But yeah, hopefully we can do something. Tyus Browning's still there. Let's get into it and hopefully beat Bristol City, beat our rivals, show the world we're worthy. The lineups there. I mean, it looks very impressive, but it's just, I guess it is a Bristol derby. It's the smaller stadium of the two, unfortunately. Only 12.3 thousand fans can fit in here, and I'm sure we've sold out, as we have for nearly every game this season. First attack is going our way. Cullen. This is going to be the only game of this episode, so I'm going to do it in a bit more detail than I do others. Nice cutout there by Williams. Williams is... No. Good save, Maxwell. I was about to say Williams has moved from the midfield position to centre-back position because he's so versatile and he's been really good for me, and then he does that. But yeah, he was playing mostly midfield for the first half of the season, and since we signed Fernandez, I had to move Cullen or whoever was playing the playmaker out to be a ball-winning midfielder, and then Williams dropped back to defence. So a bit more quality, essentially, a bit more on-the-ball technical quality in the entire team just by that small shift, and John Williams ending up in centre-back. First proper attack of the game, Reitler, McDermott, Reitler, can you get a good ball in back to McDermott? McDermott whips one in, unfortunately nobody's there, but Kane gets the rebound, and Arnold can't quite get a foot on, and it's out for a throw-in for us at the halfway line. It's fair to say we've been dominating early proceedings, and Kane gets a nice ball forward. Arnold, can you get the ball in? Oh, McBurney's header is just wide, and they're doing lots of in the 6-yard box clearances, and now they've got a chance to counter. Lee Tomlin forward to Stewart out wide to Browning. Tyus Browning, fortunately his header is not that good, and Reitler picks up the loose ball, passes it into Kane. I thought we'd have a chance to attack again then, but for half an hour in we've had far better game. 2 clear-cut chances, hit the woodwork once, and they've done some good goal line clearances. We've actually had 61% of possession, which is very good. 282 passes, of which 79% completed. We're doing very well this game. We're just not quite getting the chances and putting them away, which we need to do if we want to win this game. Last chance of the half here, 45th minute, McDermott's tackled. They have a chance to counter here. Stewart to Lee Tomlin, back to Stewart. Stewart doesn't really have options, he does now though. Tomlin and the left winger loose, Freeman it was. Freeman had a shot on Maxwell with a lovely save. That was probably the best chance of the game on the break for Bristol City, and we've cleared it out, and hopefully that's it for this half before they attack again. Freeman, the player who had the brilliant chance, which Maxwell actually did amazing to save, fair play to him. And yeah, I think that's it for the first half. With half an hour left to play, we've done 2 substitutions. Jokelainen and Cole have come on, and I've also changed the formation to 4-2-3-1 to get us a bit more attacking flair. Hopefully it'll work. Essentially just move Fernandez a bit further up the pitch, just to try and get a foothold in this game. Fernandez is fouled Smith. He's got a red card. Has to be. Yep, second yellow card. Just show you the changes quickly. Arnold came off, not had the best game, nor did McBurney, so Jokelainen and Cole come on in their place, and we've got half an hour left. They're a man down. We've got to be able to do this now. In fact, I'm tempted to move my fullbacks to be a bit more attacking, because they're not, I was about to say they're not going to attack down. Oh no, Reitler nearly made us concede then, but fortunately covers up for his mistake, and we've got an attack. Cole on this right flank. Can you get past this man and get across in? Not get past this man, he has to pass it backwards. Cullen to Kane, forward, yes, Jokelainen, Grimmer, can you get a nice ball in? Grimmer, forward to Cole, Cole across the touchline, the byline, what sport am I playing? Jokelainen scores, beautiful. I'm actually going to switch it back to the more, the deeper rolled formation, essentially, just to keep the ball a bit better and see out this win with half an hour left. So we've had an injury to Jokelainen, which means I don't have another striker, so I'm playing this sort of 4-3-3 with 2 shadow strikers, advanced playmaker, losing a lot of the players that we got out wide, but because they're not playing any wingers, that shouldn't be a problem. They're playing this narrow 4-3-2, we're essentially playing the same formation as them, just with an extra player in this area. I'm hoping it works. We've got 10 minutes left. It should do, surely. And it clearly has worked. We've seen out the game, kept the ball nicely, just passed it around. They've got, if they score now, no way. This happened in the last episode, didn't it? Oh, thank God, it didn't happen again. And that's it for this episode. Another win. Caesar's come one step closer to securing a playoff spot. No, I don't want to press that. I nearly pressed that. Passionate. I thought that was a good win against rivals as well. And we're in second spot, although Swansea do have a game in hand, which they're probably going to win. 2 to 3 months. Oh my God. What is it with strikers? And he's such a good talent as well. I'm going to send the assistant to that. Now for the next episode, is a big one, clearly. How many points are we ahead? Let's have a look. We are 11 points. Okay, so if we have a look at the schedule, 3, 6, 9. Leeds, do I play Derby? Or Leeds? Derby or Leeds? Derby or Leeds? Derby or Leeds? Derby or Leeds? Did I play Leeds previously? I didn't. What did I do in the previous games? Beat Leeds away. And Derby. Oh, it's Derby away. If Derby's away, no. Okay, no. Okay, I'm thinking Leeds onwards until we know where we sit at the end of the season. Yeah, so 3 games I'll do off camera, and then I'll see you guys for the rest of the season. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.